Pre-turkey calisthenics. Got to keep these firm. Thanksgiving threatens man boobs. It just does. This is Morning Mike's, brought to you by our friends at Benbrook Insurance. What a busy day we have today. There's all kinds of prep and setup in the kitchen, lots of buzzing about. The girls are coming over, and here comes little Mary, who's now 25 on Saturday, coming in with the pies, and Lily comes over, and she'll visit with her grandmother and buzz about the kitchen. Steve and I will slough off to the Hot Mic studio, which is 10 minutes away, where we will have Charlie Sheen live at 10 a.m. this morning. We're going to do it live at an earlier time, 10 a.m. this morning. Literally in 3 hours, we will be back up taping a podcast episode, which this is not. This is a live chat. A podcast episode with Charlie Sheen at 10 a.m. Wonder what Charlie's doing for Thanksgiving. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Good morning, Steve. Look at that. It's just Nefertiti right there is just looking out for Steve, saying good morning on this beautiful, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, on this lovely Thanksgiving Eve. Thanksgiving travel is on. Busiest in 15 years, they say. 80 million people are traveling. So many of you may not be with us this morning, and I understand that. Bless your heart if you're heading to the airport. This would be a great time to take a train like 2 or 3 hours away. Right, Steve? I like a train. I do like the train a lot. You know why? No turbulence on a train. Just a rhythmic. Good for sleep. Good for reading. Good for regulating thoughts. I'm going to say that. Yeah, big winter storm right now. So if you're traveling in the northern part of the country, oh my God, bless your heart, a cold plunge in the upper Midwest and the northern Great Lakes. We're looking at like 20 degrees lower. We've been in sweater weather most of the country, and now it's about to get nasty at the worst time when people have to travel. So if you're up there, good luck. And did you know, speaking of upper Midwest, Minnesota, that is where the most number of turkeys come from in the country. They raise the most turkey. Yeah. And then they kill them, Steve. They kill them. They just shoot them dead. Bang. Oof. I'll never forget interviewing Martha Stewart many years ago about Thanksgiving. I said, how do we make the perfect turkey? She said, well, and she actually, her publicist tried to call later and say, can you edit this part out? Because Martha, it sounded too brutal. And I'm like, no, it was my favorite part of the interview. I'm not editing that out. Publicist people, go away. Martha said, in order to make a turkey like very tender, the meat to be most tender in the turkey, it can't be tense when you kill it. So if it's like, no, don't kill me, then the meat comes out tense like that. So she says you get it drunk. So you feed it vodka. This is sick. Martha told me this. You like get a little baster and you get the turkey drunk on vodka, and it's like, hey, very loose. And so when you wring its neck, the meat is already soft and tender. Now, Martha Stewart said that. I'm not making that up, although it'd be fun to make that up, but it's not the case. It's actually true. Good morning, everybody. What are you thankful for? Can we have a little moment where we say what we're thankful for here? What are you thankful for? Here's Carrie. Oh, Carrie, you just look so lovely. That big happy smile. What are you thankful for in 6 words? The New York Times did this as a little test, and I thought it was cute. Like people said, the way my toddler says pot stickers. 6 words. And that is really cute. I remember that when my daughter was little and she had her little speech impediment, and I kept trying to make up ways to get her to say certain words so I could just hear them for myself and giggle. Here's another one, 6 words. Did scary things. Didn't die. encouraging. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, 3 sentences, 3 periods in there, 6 words. My backyard garden that feeds us. Oh, isn't that lovely? More farm to table, I say. The cold side of the pillow. Oh, who doesn't love turning a pillow over and getting a fresh coldie on the cheek? Thankful for that. I'm going to add myself to that list. I'm thankful for that too. We celebrated our 55th wedding anniversary. Love, lift us up where we belong. That is so beautiful. And how about this one? I couldn't have said this years ago, but I could probably add to it now. I'm grateful for being fired. Right? Sometimes you're in a job that you wouldn't have left, you know? Of course, I was fired twice. I'm grateful for being fired from radio a long, long time ago because it got me to television where I wanted to be. And I'm grateful for where I am now. You know, I like that. So I'll add to this, my 3 girls and their mom. Okay? We're taking a family vacation, the original. We think we're never going to get this chance again. My ex-wife, me, and my 3 daughters. No boyfriends. No, hey, Dad, can I bring my friend so-and-so? No, you can't. You can't. It's the OGs. We're never going to get this chance again. Mom, Dad, and the 3 girls in their 20s. And we're going to the tropics, okay? Over Christmas. What the hell? What are you grateful for? I'm thankful. Okay, here we go. I am thankful for Steve here. Steve, you are really getting some... And by the way, look at gorgeous Kinko Hinko over here,
Very
Steve.
good. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful picture, too.
I hope Steve's wife isn't watching. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're all having fun. Live in harmony with family. I think that's 4. That's 5, isn't it?
1, 2, 3,
Jackie?
4, 5.
Jackie, I said 6. Well, it doesn't matter. What do you think, Steve? How about in limo? 6 words? Husband, house, health, clothes, apple pie. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get fat tomorrow, baby. We're going to get fat. This Thanksgiving, pre-Thanksgiving special.
I'm going to give you mine, Bill.
Okay.
Well, we fought this morning over, we both wanted to say our girls, but I'm going with the ability to take long walks.
Oh my God, Steve.
That's it.
But it's not the long walks. It's the ability to take long walks.
Yes.
You know, because we always, you can complain about things all the time. And then you see a person in a wheelchair who can't take a long walk.
Yes.
That's simple.
Absolutely.
That is gratitude at its core, Steve. Well done. Steve's doing well in the class today. 6 words for gratitude. I love it. All right, it's a gratitude session here. Okay, here we go. Large Diet Coke with extra ice. Not bad. Sometimes it's the simple things in life. Yeah, I am thankful for family, faith. Our high school is going to be the Indiana's. That's a lot of words. The Indiana State Football Championships. Oh, wow. Wow. Indiana, your high school is going to the Indiana State Football Championships, and your Indiana University, the Hoosiers, are on fuego. God, is that lovely. Ooh. Yeah. You know what? Gratitude is a beautiful thing. Well, you know what my girls love? My daughter's oh, yeah. Oh, Jimmy Cliff died yesterday. No, 2 days ago, I think. 2 days ago. Jimmy Cliff. God, what a great, I mean, it's like my entry level to, everyone gets in with Bob Marley, but my love for reggae was hammered home with Jimmy Cliff. Good man. Yeah, stress that led to healthier me. Those are good 6 words right there, my love. I like that a lot. Yeah, you listen to this, you listen to the signals. You know what I'm saying? 98 degrees in the shade. I am thankful for you, Billy, and Steve, and your sponsors. Me too. Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Charlie Sheen and Cribs, very thankful. We got Charlie today, 10 o'clock live. Charlie will be on Hot Mics. I love Charlie. He's an old friend. We're going to have a great, great discussion. Believe me, nobody can talk to Charlie like me. I'm the Sheen whisperer. The ability to take long walks. Somebody said that recently, and it was very beautiful. A very beautiful guy said that. All right. How about a little Thanksgiving quiz here? Nice and light. Let's start off easy. Where did the Pilgrims celebrate the first Thanksgiving? A, Jamestown, Virginia. B, Plymouth, Massachusetts. Charleston, South Carolina. D, Newport, Rhode Island. Oh, come on. I think we all got this one. It's a home run. First one goes to, I think Jackie Ono is going to be sliding in here, although I think she's also traveling, she told us. It's Plymouth. There we go. Yellow bike. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Let's move to the next one. These are tough questions, right? Oh, God, that was so easy. It gets harder. What are the names of the turkeys President Trump pardoned before Thanksgiving? Steve, was it stuffing and gravy? Was it drumstick and wing? Was it gobble and waddle? Was it pudding and pie?
I have no idea. So I'm going with pudding and pie.
It was... That's what I went with, Steve, and I was wrong. Gobble and waddle. We love them. They're great turkeys. But honestly, when you really look at it, I'm going to save them because they're great guys. Okay. And I look at that waddle and I say, I have one of those too. So I'm going to do it. Okay. Which U.S. president issued the first Thanksgiving proclamation? Was it Lincoln, Washington, Roosevelt, Teddy, or Franklin Roosevelt? Teddy, FDR, Washington, or Lincoln? It was, dun, 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 back to the beginning. It was the big guy. It was the founder. Who's sticking the landing? Not Lincoln. I thought it was going to be Lincoln too. That's what I said. It was Washington. It was Washington, Lindsay Bay in the house. Okay. Turkey is typically the centerpiece of Thanksgiving dinner. Which U.S. state raises the most turkeys? We'll skip that because I already said it. I learned that and I regurgitated it already. Minnesota. I didn't know that. By the way, big cold snap up there, so that's going to be tough. What is the average price, all of a sudden I'm Bob Barker, for a 16-pound turkey this year? Is it $15.75, $21.50, $33.03, $49.25? It's not as bad as you think. 16. Ooh, that's a close dollar. And it's 16-pound turkey. It's not 16. It's $21.50. Oh, there you go. Lucy's got it too. Karen had it too. All right, here we go. Kids, you're doing great. Which Thanksgiving dish was invented in the 1950s by a Campbell Soup Company employee? Oh, wow. That's a good employee. Did they do sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, corn pudding, or candied yams? You have an employee at Campbell, and the employee says, I got an idea. Put this in a can. Green bean casserole, home run, right there.
Everybody knew this one.
Everyone knew this. The GBC, absolutely. Cranberry sauce is a holiday staple. How many pounds of cranberries do Americans consume during Thanksgiving? 20 million, 80 million, 250 million, a billion. Holy shit. It's got to be 20 million, 80 million, 250, or a billion. Ooh, that's crazy right there. A billion. Yeah. Oh, they're all nailing 80. I think they found my quiz. Somebody found my quiz. I think they found it. I better land this one quickly. Parades are long-standing Thanksgiving tradition. Where was the first Thanksgiving's Day parade in the United States? Philly, New York, Detroit, or Boston? Philly, New York, Detroit, or Boston? Dun, 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 dun. Who did the first parade? You got to think about, is it? New York, they say. New York. There's another New York. There's a Boston. Boston is in there. New York. Steve. Look at this. I got it. There's Detroit. No. The answer is Philly. The Philly fans are so rude. I bet they're walking. There's guys walking around with razor blades, popping the balloons. You know what I mean? Popping the floats. Another Thanksgiving tradition is football. Which NFL team has played the most games on Thanksgiving Day? Like when you think Thanksgiving football, you think. Steve says the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go with Steve right now. Give him some love right off the bat. He is correct. It is the Detroit Lions. A lot of people pick the Dallas Cowboys there, and Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers get a few, but it is the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the final question, folks. What is the organic compound in turkey that often gets the blame for making you so sleepy after Thanksgiving dinner, Steve? Is it triglyceride, dopamine, melatonin, or tryptophan?
Tryptophan, Bill.
It's tryptophan. Everybody knows.
I'll take tryptophan for 20, Bill.
You stuck that landing as well. Good for you. It's tryptophan. Okay, guys. I look forward to having a major. My mom. Guess how big our turkey is this year? 30 pounds. 30 pounds. I got to go pick it up at the grocery store because I said they were going to get it I'm not going to thaw a turkey. Thawing a turkey is the worst thing to do. If you want to thaw a turkey, it's 4 to 5 pounds. 24 hours of thawing for every 4 to 5 pounds. So if you have an 8-pound turkey, it takes 2 days. A 12-pound turkey, which to me is small, takes 3 days. My turkey would take a week to thaw. A week. 30 pounds. I said, why are we doing 30? And Sydney said, well, we're doing 30 because sandwiches and turkey hash. What's better than that? My mom makes a turkey hash that'll blow your mind. And Steve, you should come over for one. I'll tell you why. Bring the girls because she toasts whole wheat toast, and then the turkey hash goes on top of the toast. Okay. Oh my God, dude. You feel like you died and gone to heaven. So we got, and then of course, sandwiches galore, right? Throughout the weekend. There's nothing like, and then you're just so good. So anyway, if you want to thaw a 30-pound turkey, it takes 6 days. The other way to do it, if you're in a pinch, of course, is you wrap the turkey in a leak-proof bag, like a garbage bag, and put it in cold water. Then you got 30 minutes per pound. So an 8-pound turkey, 4 hours. I could do a 30-pound turkey in 8 hours. Is that crazy? The third way, if you're really in a pinch, is a microwave. But what turkey fits in a microwave? That is disgusting. If I go into somebody's house for Thanksgiving and they've got the turkey in the microwave, I'm out. I'm out 100%. Well, have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope yours is beautiful. It's coming. Gonna drink too much, gonna eat too much, sit on the couch, get fat. A lot of pickleball games in the backyard here with the kids, though. That'll be fun. How about Turtle Boy yesterday? That was cool. I'm glad he joined us. We talked about it a little bit, yesterday. But it's very unfortunate that Turtle Boy and Karen Reed are having beef. You know what I mean? Because from turkey to beef. Because it's a win for the McAlberts. You know what I mean? I mean, apparently, I guess he was on last night and he continued kind of going after Karen. And Karen, I guess, is getting some heat from people in the area for not properly assigning thanks, giving thanks on this Thanksgiving. Ooh, this would be a good time to say, I'm thankful for, put out a release. I'm thankful for Turtle Boy. He just needs to feel a little love. And he's a wild man. You know what I mean? He says it as it is. I just read something. He said, there's this reporter in Boston, Steve, named Sue O'Connell from the NBC station. She does a lot of good reporting on Karen Reed trial. And she's done no reporting on Turtle Boy's, defense for witness intimidation. He's facing that. And she won't pick it up but they were kind of communicative during the actual Karen Reed trial. So he's really pissed at her now. And all I read was she said something like, what does this have to do, Turtle Boy's, case have to do with the LGBTQ plus whatever event that we're covering, or whatever she was covering, something like that. And Turtle Boy pops in and says, do I have to date a guy for you to get attention from you? And that's why people like Turtle Boy. He just says shit like that. But you get my point, right? The McAlberts are like, these people, they need to answer to where they were and what was happening that night and why that guy was on the lawn with scratch marks on his arm like a dog had mauled him, and why there was a big, gouge on the back of his head, and all these things that don't add up to Karen Reed backing up her car. That we know is bullshit. So where were they? How do we get to the answer? And Karen has a good civil trial. She's going after all of them. She's got a great legal team. Chaz Waters at the top. Alan Jackson, involved. But Turtle Boy should be, and he said, Turtle Boy said to us yesterday, he's very supportive of her case. Of course, he believes her to be a very, innocent woman, wrongfully accused. So that hasn't changed. But would like support from her while he's facing his stuff. And thanks. So we'll see where that goes. I would like to broker this. I'd like to communicate with Karen. I've reached out. I'd like to have her on Hot Mics and talk about it all. Because like I said, it is definitely a win for them. I think Karen's afraid of the outside noise from Turtle Boy. Well, one thing everyone pointed out, which we didn't discuss with him, it slipped by me. I wasn't overly aware, but apparently she spoke to him one time before and he recorded her. I do think she lives a little bit in fear of every time I send you a text or I said they have to figure out what is their mode of communication. Some things are on the record and can be shared on Turtle Boy News Live and whatever when you agree. And some things if you're going to have a relationship, especially when you're fighting for your lives, both of you, now him more than her, you need to have a code of what's on the record and what's off, like any journalist does. If she sends him a text that says, OTR, off the record, then he should never mention it. And when there's a conversation, in the state of California, you can't record someone without their knowledge. But maybe in like New York, you can. You only need consent on one side, your own consent, so you can record a conversation. Massachusetts, I'm guessing, is a singular consent state, like New York. And believe me, how do I know that about dual consent in the state of California? How do I know about these laws? How do you think? What recording was leaked out into the world? And what was, because it was a dual consent state where it occurred, that's why it was leaked and not aired by the network that owned it. Right? Be very clear, NBC was in legal trouble and would be sued by you-know-who if they had put it on their air because it was a recording that he didn't know. So they leaked it to a newspaper. And when you leak it, a third party can do whatever they want. They're covered. That's how I know these things. Mass is dual consent. So it is wiretapping, says Wendy. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. But, that's getting off Karen's not going to, even if she's recorded and she doesn't know, she's not going to take legal action. I mean, this is such a distraction. They need to get together. They need to figure out what that, he says, we're not friends. We're not friends. Well, you don't need to be friends, but you got to realize, he is correct, I think, when he says stronger together, but he needs to, again, the woman you stood up for and supported, has been through 3.5 years of fighting for her life. And now she's looking to defend her honor and go find the real parties that killed her boyfriend. I think you should continue to support her, right? And she should recognize the power of his support. Why is it in this world people think one you can only have a right or a wrong? The answer always lies in the middle. You know what I mean? Look at this. Jackie says she's in trauma response, unable to respond properly, acting wonky, pushing people away. He's taking her disconnection personally. I get both of them, you know? I get both of them too. Yeah. Steve just left. I don't know where Steve went. I think he went to the men's room. Turn on the fan. It's terrible. I shouldn't say that. It's just terrible. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't do it. Let's talk about Steve behind his back. He left and he went to the bathroom. Isn't he funny? And Steve. I can hear him tinkling back there. Yeah, it's just number one for Steve. Can you feel the truth in your soul? That's a deep question. Yeah, sure can. Oh man, it's like watching family fight. They need to agree to disagree, but get along and show a united front. Yeah, again, who wins? That big blockhead Brian Higgins. And Brian Albert, that bully. I mean, these people, don't you all dying to know what exactly happened? Put those pieces together. Right? That's the bigger thing. That's what's important here. They've got... Steve, that was a very large sigh of relief. That was too loud. You shouldn't believe what I just heard. Maybe she's trying to distance from him because he's being accused of witness intimidation and she doesn't want to be dragged into that also. Well, that's the case because they want her cell phone. I mean, that's partially true. They want her cell phone to go through it, right? And, you know, her lawyers are saying, bullshit, you have no grounds for that. Yeah. Meanwhile, the McAlberts love the dissension. That's exactly right. That's the biggest problem here. Cosgrove, the prosecutor going after Turtle Boy, asked for another extension. Okay, well, they were supposed to have a hearing on December 5th, a week from Friday. We'll see. It's gone too far with trash talking about her. And give her a break and time to heal from what she's gone through. It's saddening. Well, she has gone through a lot. Yeah. James, Billy, big fan. When a woman tells you no, in the words of JD, listen, Turtle. Yeah. As a man who's heard no many times, I'm kidding. Steve, I hope you and your family have a beautiful and happy Thanksgiving. Let's just take a break from Lisa here to wish happy Thanksgiving to you. Apparently not my family, just yours, Steve. I want you to have a happy Thanksgiving. Billy, I hope you choke on a turkey bone. Choke on a turkey bone. She's in the middle of a legal case. She needs to remain radio silent. Don't say that. We don't like radio silent in my business. Billy, you are the most authentic commentator on the internet. Thank God for you. Oh, Lorraine. Lorraine. Oh, God. So nice. So it's very masshole flavored drama where someone did something helpful but is now being obnoxious about wanting credit. And everyone else is picking sides or complaining. Sherry with laser-like analysis in this situation. She roars through. It makes perfect sense that Karen Reed would want to distance herself from TB right now. While he will never get 90 years, he may very well be guilty of witness intimidation. Well, they're going to have to try that. I think, you know, he was definitely good at bringing witnesses, these people, to light. I don't think you can combine those cases. They are going to combine the two civil cases. I hope. Maybe not, but what a waste of resources. But, Massachusetts, Norfolk County is at Bristol. They're doing this one. They know how to waste resources like nobody's business. And so they're going to waste more by having basically two civil trials that are addressing the same issues, one filed by O'Keefe family and one filed by Karen. Just have one. You don't need two. Give me a winner and a loser, a murderer and an innocent group. Karen texted to him yesterday. She got pissed about him answering about being friends. I think they're strange bedfellows. Like I said, I don't know if I went after. I said, wait a minute, Turtle Boy, you're divorced? Could there be some sexual tension? I mean, sexual tension's an interesting thing. I hate that person. Oh, yeah? What are they doing? Who are they with? No. He said, no, get out of here. That's crazy. I don't know. Karen's a very beautiful lady. Turtle Boy's a very, very fit and handsome man. They both got a lot of fire. I mean, just imagine that, Lock them. Woof. That could be fire. Billy, I hope you, Lisa, I know. Oh my God. You're a very lucky man with a chat that loves you very much. I love you too. Thank you so much. How uplifting. Oh, look at this. What about you and Karen? Well, I mean, Ms. Reed, hello. Well, I love her father. I can tell you, my father-in-law would be an A+. You know what I mean? Bill Reed's my guy. That's interesting. Karen, I never thought about that. No, I'm too far away. I live here in Los Angeles. I'm not going to Boston. You are loved. You are loved. You are so darn loved. Da, 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 da. Get her, Bushy. Go, Bushy. Get her, buddy. Go get her. She's wicked hot. She's so hot. Wicked hot. Turtle Boy doesn't need credit. He already got the credit. It's called common decency to thank the people that were there for you, and those standing on the stands is not thanking them. Oh, yeah, decency to thank the people that were there for you. Bill Reed, good people. Absolutely. No, they don't, Billy. They don't need to get together. He is radioactive. She's a smoke show. Who, Karen? She is. She's a wicked hot little smoke show. I just love that term, smoke show. Who's got boob sweat? Let's talk about boob sweat for a second. I don't have boob sweat. Ever. You never see under boob sweat. I don't care if I'm sitting you don't see under boob sweat on me. But you do see it on J.D. Vance. Yes, you do. J.D. Vance has no excuse. He's sitting there sucking up to the bin halam salam, the Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. He's sucking up to him right there with a little bit of boob sweat. It's just, and it's like stained boob sweat. It's like coffee stained boob sweat. I don't see a healthy man there. I've never seen him go to the gym. You can't have an out of shape president and an also out of shape vice president with business tits. You know what I mean? Business tits does not belong on both leaders. You're a young man, JD. Get to the gym and open those pores a little bit. God almighty, I don't want to see boob sweat on the vice president ever again. And Jesus, that shirt looks cheap too. What is going on? Are you wearing that to a biz tits? Ha ha. My brother used to say that. My brother taught me that term. He's like, oh God. I say, hey John, how's it going, man? He's like, I'm getting business tits again. I have too many meetings, too much travel, too much hotel food. You know what I mean? The shirt is paper thin. Yeah, it is. And it's cheap. It just looks like a cheap shirt. Is that a nipple cover? It might be a nipple cover underneath. Well, he's so excited, to be with the crown prince and do more, business for the Trump family that he's just getting so excited that ping, ping, you got to cover him up with those chicken cutlets. Maybe that's what it is. His bow tie gave up.
Come on.
His bow tie's just trying to hold this craziness together with the fake frayed collar at the, what's that called at the top when a collar's creased over like that? Jesus, man. Keep it classic. You're the vice president. A classic flat shirt, no buttons, no, just flat is how you look. The word you're looking for is classic. You want to know the secret to Alan Jackson's suits? Yeah, you want to know the secret to Alan Jackson's suits? Suit Supply. Suit Supply. We whispered to that each other. You get custom designs. Why am I sponsoring them? No, Steve, put it on the list. They should be. I have so much Suit Supply. No. You got to pay for that. You have to, or else I can't afford Steve, and I need to afford Steve. I'm thankful for Bill. Oh, somebody just got extra cranberry sauce, Steve. We got cranberry sauce. Yes. Cranberry sauce. Hate bad dressing, man. Kelsey's red corduroy Gap 1980 outfit. Oh my God, undateable. There was a great book by Ellen Rakuten, a wonderful woman who is the executive producer of the Oprah Winfrey Show. Very funny woman, very smart. I saw her at Jennifer Aniston's birthday party, which I covered for Access Hollywood. This is over 10 years ago. And Rakuten, and I was on the dance floor with all of Jen's friends. Courtney Cox had her going. Oh, yeah, giving her the bump and grind. Sure did. Oh, yeah, Courtney Cox was like, whoa, what just happened? Billy Bush from Access Hollywood. Ooh, and I had Najimy going, Kathy Najimy. Remember her? Yeah. But Ellen Rakuten wrote a book called Undateable. And it's probably out of print now. You could probably get it on Amazon. It is laugh out loud funny. And it's just picture after picture of fashion knows. Men like in Jerusalem cruisers, like bad sandals with black socks or something. Fanny packs, just guys doing stuff that just make them undateable, which is a nice way of saying Kimmy loves a little bump and grind, especially on the night before Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? The night before Thanksgiving, traditionally for me, for 15 years, I had a house in Park City, Utah, and we would go up and all of our local friends, we'd hit Main Street and just hit a different bar and just drink beers and have fun. You know what I mean? Yes. And that's the way to catch a buzz the night before Thanksgiving. And college kids come home. They're out having a ball. Yeah. I played golf yesterday, and a bunch of my friends had their kids out. They're all home from college. So there was young dudes, just everywhere. And they really make it's fun. You know who was my partner? Is an interesting guy. Really great dude. We had a lot of fun with him, and we won. We were successful. He runs an amazing business. He runs the Unwell Network. His wife is Alex Cooper. Call Her Daddy podcast. That's his wife. This guy's name is Matt Kaplan. Great dude. We had a lot of fun. Big laughs. And the other guy in our group is her brother. So the brother-in-law, Grant Cooper. Great kid. And he's marrying my buddy's daughter. So my buddy had us out. I said, who are these guys? Young guys. He introduced me to guys. They're fantastic kids. So... and you know what? They called me daddy at the end of that. I shot low. It took about $400. So I'll tell you who your daddy is. It's me. Always bartended the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It's a big money night. People are excited. They're back in town. They're with family, and the tips are flowing. The dough is going great. Alex doing well on Dancing with the Stars. She may win. It's over, sweetie. It's over. The winner is Robert Irwin. The crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin's son. My daughters are crazy for the Jesus. What the hell am I looking at? Is that little Robert Irwin right there? Jesus. Oh, my crocodile doesn't stand a chance against this guy. Holy shit, is he tore up? Well, I'll say this, nice guys finish first, because he couldn't be a nicer boy. I mean, he's just the nicest kid. Kindness and women like a bad boy. Well, you know what? Maybe not. This guy's the new face of what women want. I'm making the early call. Nice guys. It's the year of the nice guy, 26, and Robert Irwin is leading the charge. Someone who's just sweet and kind. And he's never going to do you wrong. But if he looks like that, I mean, he might do you right, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, my God, we went there. I had to do it. Anyway, he was very gracious in his acceptance last night. And let's hear from little Robert Irwin. Fire
absolute gratitude. I was, first of all, so incredibly proud of Alex, so incredibly proud of all the finalists and all of the competitors and pros that have been in this competition, and also looking around the room at everybody that makes this show possible. For me on this show, for Whitney on this show, and for us together, it's been about spreading passion and positivity, and the amount of passion that it takes to make this show is everything. And I just felt grateful to be there, and more than anything, I've just felt so grateful to be on this journey for Whitney, because she has been telling important stories and pouring her heart and soul into this show and reaching people across the country for so long. And I'm just immensely proud to stand beside you.
Thank you. I feel
what a gentleman that guy's. Immensely proud to stand beside you. When is the last time your husband or boyfriend said that? I'm immensely proud to stand beside you. I'm going to remember that line. You want to see a woman melt? You know what? I'm immensely proud to stand beside you. Yeah. I'm going to say that at which my daughters gets married first. I'm going to say that to their mother. I'm immensely proud to stand beside you. You're a wonderful man. You're a doll. Good for him. Good for him, that little guy. He was a cute little guy back in the day. Do we have the old school little guy? Just a little bit. Just to remind, when you look at those abdominal muscles on that boy, look at that little guy on the left. That's him. Hey, it's me, little Robert. And now look at him fly out like a beast with those abs, and he rips the shirt. Look at his dance moves are insane. This kid can really move. But he was a tiny little fella back in the day. Look at that handsome suit. And Whitney Carson, by the way, she has completely changed her look. Whoa. God, she's attractive. Aren't they sexy? Look at him. Look at him. That's the little guy. You little fella. Cute little dude right there turns into a hot man. Let's be honest, he's hot. I'll say it. 3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind. Always be kind. I think that's right. Well, here's a funny one. Since we're being so full of gratitude and so positive today, let's go negative a little, shall we? Can we go negative a little? Why not? Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary for Trump, her sister-in-law-ish, detained by ICE. Bruna Ferreira has an 11-year-old son with Caroline Leavitt's brother, Michael. They have a son together. That's Michael, and that's Caroline. But Michael, on the left there, has a son with a woman named Bruna Ferreira. And there she is. Look at beautiful Bruna. She's gorgeous. The boy lives with Michael in New Hampshire and his current wife. And there's Bruna, gorgeous Bruna. Bruna was arrested by ICE in Revere, Massachusetts, and is currently in detention in Louisiana. And I think, oh my God, it's the mother of the son. I mean, I just can't. I wouldn't put it past her, the fact that she put her there. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't immediately say, ha, you got your just desserts. Now they've detained someone in your family. I mean, they're former partners, Michael and Bruna. And maybe Bruna wanted more time with her son or something like that, and suddenly got detained by ICE. They better look into this shit, man. I'm telling you. If that was a hatchet job on her, then I'm telling you right now, that's just woof. Find out what's going on. And I understand, look, people, if she's illegal, she's illegal. Was she headhunted and removed? I don't know. But I'd like an answer to that. I'm saying I don't know. This is not a report saying one way or the other. I'm saying that needs to be figured out. This is an interesting thing. Kash Patel, the director of the FBI. Okay. He sent a SWAT force, a local SWAT force to an NRA convention to provide security detail for his girlfriend. Okay. He also sent security to a wrestling event where his girlfriend, a country singer named Alexis Wilkins, was performing. Now, since taking over the FBI in February, Kash Patel, Crazy Eyes Patel, who is said to, by associates, many people say, enjoys the swag and the trappings of his job, like the personalized commemorative coins and the FBI branded jackets and stuff. He has made an extensive use of the director's personal private jet, and not to mention the FBI's larger Boeing 757. Many of the trips are for business. Some are to fly back and forth from Nevada and to see his girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins, who's a country singer who lives in Nashville. By the way, Kash Patel ripped Christopher Wray, who was the acting director of the FBI in 2023, for the abuse of the Gulfstream jet. Look, he's allowed to use it for personal use because he always has to be in communication, and it has communications devices on it. It's wired for communications. But when you do something like a golf trip, you have to, refund. This is a quote from Christopher O'Leary, a high-risk mission leader, former Marine, who said, Kash's abusive and excessive use of the Gulfstream jet for his personal adventures and the assignment of SWAT-qualified special agents to guard his girlfriend are indicative of his lack of leadership experience, judgment, and humility. Of course, Kash fires back. The disgustingly baseless attacks against Alexis, a true patriot, and the woman I'm proud to call my partner in life are beyond pathetic. Let's take a look, by the way. Just let me clear this up for you very simply. Alexis is 27 years old. Kash is 45. So they're 18 years apart. They've been dating for 3 years. Started when she was 24. Can we see? Let's see the couple. Let's see the happy couple. There they are. Oh, there's Kash and Alexis. Yeah. Okay. Can I see some more pictures of Alexis? But yeah. Why a SWAT security detail and private jets on the taxpayer dollar? Oh, it's becoming clear. Hold on. Let me just see if I can figure this out. Come on, you thick-headed, you fool. Come on. Why would he be abused? Oh, there it is. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-bum-bum-ba. Oh, my God. You little Mila Kunis lookalike on. Oh, my God. Well, I'll tell you why. He's using SWAT security details to pick her up at airport. Jesus, Steve, how many of these do we have? She's an absolute bombshell. There you go. That's the big one. The reason is because she is so young and so hot and so out of his league. Give me crazy eyes one more time. How do you think Kash Patel went cross-eyed in the first place? Seeing her. Oh my God. Send that woman the jet. Oh my God. Oh, Jackie, did you just what I think you did? I think you did. Oh my God. Yeah. He's punching way above his weight class. He's outkicked his punt coverage. He is so out of his league. The only thing that can keep that woman anchored to you, dude, no pinup model yourself, is private air travel, PAT, and government security and all the rest. And you know who's not going to punish him for it? Trump, because she looks like she walked out of one of his pageants. Can I get an amen? Anywho, back to gratitude. Billy, you are on fire. Simi, look, Simi edits. You're damn right. I'm fired up today. It's true. Yeah. Oh, look at Belichick. She kind of reminds me of a little Belichick. She's a little older than Jordan Hudson. This woman is in, but give me the horse photo woman. I mean, I gotta have, I mean, what? I don't blame him for firing for abusing the taxpayer dollar, but he needs to be held accountable. I understand why you did it, sir. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I'm going to, Cash, look, I'm trying not to look to the right. I'm trying not to look to the right, but I got to tell you, very strong. She's very hot. I'm going to say it. She's a gorgeous girl, very beautiful woman, very beautiful. And you know I love beautiful women, right? She's a little long in the tooth, 27, be honest with you, but she's very beautiful. Look at Cash Patel. There's no way, dude. Let's say you're working at on a farm somewhere, you're working at a gas station or something, you're a dentist, I don't know. You are not getting that. You're not getting that on your arm. No, you're not. Well, Steve, we have a beautiful Thanksgiving in front of us. Let me just say, in the gratitude department, no one likes the guy that's had too much to drink and he does the thankful thing. The thankful thing goes around the table and it gets to him and he goes on forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stop. You got to know what you're saying. Tremendous amount of gratitude for all of you in the chat with whom we have so much fun on a daily basis. We break down the news. We chit chat, great friendship. Great gratitude for Steve. Steve is a very hardworking man. He's an excellent father and husband and great friend. Steve kicks ass. And we're going to take a break. We're going to go. Oh, Steve and I are, speaking of hardworking, we're right back at 10 a.m. with Charlie Sheen. All right. And we're going to release that as the podcast at 2 o'clock for TuneIn, our radio partner. But
no, they're going live. They're taking it live.
Oh, they're taking it live? It's live as live can be at 10 a.m. And then you can catch it later on iHeart or all those other places. But we'll have a lot of fun with Charlie. 10 a.m. Pacific time on Hot Mics. That's 1 Eastern on our on YouTube page, okay? At Hot Mics with Billy Bush. We out. We're not going to be here tomorrow morning. Nope. Steve's going to wake up and help with the turkey, and I'm going to do all the same and cuddle with our kids and do all that. We want the same for you. Roll it, girl, and put that woman on a horse one more time. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you, Steve. We love you, Steve. Yes, my man. Billy, I have a horse JS. It's a JS, Steve. I have a horse JS. I don't know. Sounded like a big reveal to me. Oh, God, there it is. Oh, I had to do it. I had to do it. Football, baby. Oh, my God. Blue 42. Razzle dazzle. Two-hand touch, razzle dazzle. And the Bushman, all right, okay. Give it to Grandma. You flip it over to Uncle Larry. You swing around back to it. Statue of Liberty. And Steve, you go long. Go. Yeah, Biggie was Woo!